Hey, g'day, how you going? Ianapolis here, your acrylic guru from Australia. Welcome to my channel where I like to teach beginners how to paint acrylic. I'll get the size of the canvas up there for you, for those of you who want to write it down, and also some colours going up the screen there. Now, I've penciled in a bit of an outline here, what I want. I want to do like, a bit of a country hillside sort of thing, just with some trees, the hill with some shadows, a beautiful sky and a subtle foreground in there, all right? And it's going to be your normal greens and blues and browns and those colours. Yeah, all right? So come over here and I'll just show you what we've got scribbled on the canvas and we'll get right into it. Okay, I've got my hill just coming off the side up here. It's a nice big hillside from the country and it's going to come down forward to the front here and we'll just have a beautiful sunny blue cloudy sky. Okay, I've got my craft paint and I'm going to mix some retarder with that just so as I can get a sky area primed up, and this retarded paint will allow the sky colours to be blended and some soft clouds whispering in the sky like oil artists can get. Okay, I'll just crisscross this into there and I'll just go around where my mountain's going to be, crisscross all that. Well, when I say crisscross, I'm just putting it onto the canvas, spreading it around, getting it all over the canvas there. Just to about there somewhere. I don't want to put this where I'm going to detail because it can be hard painting on top of this. Okay, I got it there. Now I just want to use the tip of it and stroke it left and right and iron out all the lumps. And it's not really thick and gluggy, it's just there. It's still damp. That retarder's keeping it damp. Now I've just given my putter on a brush a bit of a wipe. I didn't have to wash it. And I want to pick up my cerulean blue. I love this for the sky colour. It's not too dark and it's not too light. So I'll just load this brush up. And I'll start at the top here. Push it into that white. Okay. Now I want to crisscross it down and cover all that white that we put onto the canvas. Okay, just like that. Getting all crisscrossed in there. See, that didn't take long to push that into the canvas. That's what I love. That's why I love these putter-on brushes. All right, we've got our sky there. Everywhere we want it. That's it, good enough. Now I'm going to use the tip and iron out all the little brush strokes. Now we will get this part here a little bit lighter. So I've got some more of that craft paint, but there's no retarder in this. And probably just here, round about there, that's it, beautiful. Now I'll stroke it into the sky. There we go. Okay, next for the sky, I've got some titanium white out of the tube. I've got some grey there as well, a mid-tone grey. And I just want to grab some white on my fan brush. This is good quality paint out of the tube now. Now just over the horizon I could probably just have some little itsy bitsy bits of cloud just scooting around this part of the sky. There we go. Just something peeking from behind when we put the trees on there. Now I'll get my blending brush. Now it's important to keep wiping your blending brush as you go. You're picking up paint and sit all that white down. Sit it down there somewhere like that. That'll do. I just want to pull that bit right off the edge. There we go. All right, I'll put something over here, so I'll get a bit of a cloud there. Okay, we'll blend that in. I want to bring that down to the horizon of the mountain there. Tickle the top a little bit. There we go. And we'll put something maybe here, nice big cloud. Now a cloud, see, this is a thick paint and it's sitting on top of that retarded stuff. I'm just trying to create the cloud I want here. It can be any old way, just like that. Get along here somewhere. Okay. Wipe your blending brush. I want to find the bottom of that because it's getting a bit over our head. I want to blend that. Wipe it as I go because I'm building up paint on my blending brush. It's picking up the blues and the white. Wipe the brush again. See how these soft bits just tassel away into nothing? And it just looks like a fluffy cloud. Just touch the tops a little bit. We'll add some weather into that too. I'll get this part of the sky filled in with clouds as well. So something up here coming right off the painting like that, and something in the middle of the sky sitting on the sky. Boom, they're sitting there. And something up here just coming off. Now I'm going to sit these down just lightly, softly. Look at that. Little cotton balls floating in the sky. This one here. Tassel it out. It's up to you. Just practice seeing how they work for you. If you're new at doing clouds, prime up a surface with your craft paint retarder, put a colour of your sky on there and just stamp in some clouds and practice pushing them into the sky like I've just done here. There we go. I've got blue within all that white. It's not just one even value of that white. You want it all distorted, all those values. You want it all distorted. And see what's on the brush? It's constantly picking up paint. It's important to wipe it. Now see this bend bit here? I don't like that. I want to just, there we go. Okay, I've cleaned that brush. Now I'm looking, I might get a bit of grey just tasseling around here. I'll get a bit of grey in this one, and I'll see before I put some grey in there. I'll see how I go. So we just got this grey here, the mid-tone grey. It is a mid-tone value. I will lighten it up a bit. Don't want it too strong. There, that's a bit better. Now let me show you with this cloud first. We just come along the bottom roughly and finger it up within the cloud like that. You're along the bottom there and you're coming up. Okay. Then we're going to set that down into the white. Use a smaller blending brush if you have one. Otherwise just use the corner like I'm doing here. There, it's got some value, some weather in it. And now we'll put some just about here. So I want just, you know how you get grey clouds in front of the white ones? Something there, just like that. Wipe your blending brush and just softly, see this how it's all spading out? Just go like that with them. And you'll want to sink that into the sky. The sky is still nice and wet from all that retarder and the craft paint I put on before I did the sky colour. And see, sometimes just grey clouds help your sky look a bit more realistic instead of just all white clouds everywhere. There we go. And we'll probably put a little bit just scurrying off the painting here. All right, now the last thing to finish the sky off is, see these main clouds? They're one dimension. This one's a bit of a two dimension because it's got the grey in it. We just got to put the yumminess in there, and that's going to make them look like they're coming at you. Instead of looking flat on your board, it'll give them that sort of look coming at you. So I'm picking up some more white on my fan brush, and that's all it is, just white now, and we'll add the yumminess to me clouds, eh? Yeah. So don't overdo it with this. We can probably put some there, just that'll do. Now watch what I do here. I'll grab a smaller blending brush because it's a bit smaller area, And we want to leave that whiter value there, but just sitting the edges of it inside our cloud there. And we can probably do the same to the other one on the left. And you can see how that's gave it a third dimension. Over here we'll get some yumminess into all these white bits. There we go. Don't think too much of it. Sit it down, but leaving the vibrancy of it there. That is a simple, easy sky. You can do that. Just practice. Now I've got some yellow ochre here, and I'm going to grab some black and start putting black into it. I did a little test run there off camera because I haven't done this before, so I'm hoping this will work. I just want to underpaint the mountain in. Now we'll get this pushed onto the canvas just all over. I want that a lot wetter so it'll move over the canvas easier. Okay, I've just mixed up some more of that, but it's ended up being a bit darker, but that's okay. I'll just get the top of this mapped in with my filbert brush, the way I want the trees to be roughly within this painting. Just blend that into there like that. And I'm going to use this to do the first layer of all my trees, this colour. I think I quite like it. Let's blacken that yellow oxide. And now I'm going to work out where I'm roughly having my trees. So they're going to be about here, coming up the hill. I'm going to have some more coming down the hill. I should have dried it first, some about there. Now I've dried up there on the canvas, all that, and I'm getting some sap green on a fan brush. I want to get all the lawn in where I need it first, so I'll probably come down on angle. I could get those bits closer back to this. So I want to scoot this up in a roundabout way. Where I'm hitting it here, I'm going to bring that colour back over to create shadow and whatnot. Okay, and we're going to add some different values of green within this as well. I have a heap of trees there, so I'll bring that way. This is just a quick, easy way I feel to get some field grass in there. And there can even be a dirt road at the front of this, who knows. Now I'm just going to grab some cad yellow and make a yellow green out of that. Get that mixed into there. Just something to highlight some of all that grass up there that we just put on the field. Now I just want some of this probably scooting down here, so I'll just sort of come that way. Scooting down there, maybe down there like that. Get bits of it scratching up there. I'm using the edge of the fan brush, it's helping this scratch along. Now I'm going to mix up a bit of burnt umber and yellow just to get some dead colour in there, because green looks a bit green, but once you add the dead colour in there, it gives it that realistic bullshit look. Watch what we do, watch the difference. Now we'll grab that yellow and we'll start incorporating the burnt umber till we get the value that we want. I need more yellow, it's not enough. I want more. I find myself, everyone's different, but I find when you're going to mix two colours together and you want to make sure it's going to work right, I always put the amount I want in the lighter colour, so in this case the yellow, and then accordingly add the brown, where if I put that blob of brown in there, I'm going to be using 10 times that amount of yellow. Now I just want some scurrying little pockets of this in there, just to give some dead values of real colour in grass. And then we can highlight it where we want. So back down to this pile, and we're going to put more yellow now to get our yellow green. Just to highlight. Now you don't want too much of this. I want probably get a bit of light hitting here, so I'm just gonna, I don't want to hide all that. That's too yellow, I feel. I don't want to hide all that dead colour that I put on there. Yeah, that's better. So I'll just get some highlighted bits coming through here. Because when we put the shadows and the trees in, it'll make all this look like we knew what we were doing. Now back to this colour we had before, and we'll get all this stamping back over the green there. Now your trees need all this dark to make them look like they're sitting down. We'll put some out here. And we can also put some, and I just put a big clump here coming all the way there, let's say about there. And we can put some just clumps in the middle. Clumps of trees. Okay, where's me white? There it is there. Was that the good white? Yeah. Now I want to mix up like a limestone colour. So I'll grab the white, and like I said, add the darker colour as you go till you get the value you want. Because in Australia, we get these sort of limestone track kind of things there going on. So that's what I'm going to try and put in here now. And these will need some dark values around them as well. So we might, I don't know, we'll try and get a bit of a trail just participating there. Now I'll darken it up. Everywhere on the board's dry. Now see, if this had that sky retarded paint under there, how I'm pushing on here now, it'll be ripping it up. So yeah, let's get, so we'll get one about there somewhere. Just a bit of a road jostling in there. And maybe something at the foreground here as well. Where are we? Can just sort of come off up here. There, like that. I'm just going to turn the camera off because I've got to mix up some more, and I'll just solid that up with that colour. Alright, I finished that and I've dried it. Now I want to just put the black, the dark shadow there. So I've got this colour that we stamped in the base for the trees on the mountain with. I'm going to grab some more black and get a very black value of that using that flat brush. And just where this is meeting the grass and everywhere, you want black within there, you want dark. But try not to make it a big dark line. Try and get it looking nature-fied. I might have to get some of the road colour again just to splice into it. This is a bit lighter now, this value here, because it's further away. And we can probably so give that a dry. Now grabbing the green that we had, get some of that to the value, find your right value, there we go, and come from your grass and dribble over that black a bit. Oh, what did I do there? I went and gone and put a big mushy bit in there. There we go. Okay. Now what I'm doing with this brush as well is just trying to put in slices of highlighted. I've been doing that just randomly over this lawn area here, just to kind of give it some stouse. Is that the words? Now we're going to highlight those trees in detail. I've got forest green, French ultramarine, cadmium yellow light. I want to go over the dark colour with the green. I'm just going to put a bit of yellow in it to turn the lights on a bit, just so as we can see what's going on in there. Get a bit of water on the brush. And we're going to pretty much just do our trees. Now, all this brown that's on the canvas, leave some of that showing. Don't hide it all. All the way up there on its own, then it'll participate out. Now I've pretty much done the forest green there. I'm going to grab the cadmium yellow light and the French ultramarine blue, and we're going to slowly add a different value of green now, and get that there. Now these are different greens to what's on the lawn. Now let's start over here. I haven't dried it, I maybe should have dried it. We're going to get all these capped and done in there like this. I want all this main band coming down here. Every time I load the brush, I'm shaping the tip of it like a chisel, because I want this. Once I highlight this, it should stick out. It's just simple trees, I suppose. Now I'm looking at this and I can see a lot of solid blobs at the end of some of the brush strokes. Like here, I'm going to just kind of I'll let the brush run out of paint first, and then I want to get rid of some of those. Okay, coming over here now. Now whether you can notice what I'm doing or not, I'm going to show you what I'm doing, what's going on in my head. I've got peaks here, like one here. This one's going to shine over there. Okay, I deliberately left some dark there to set it back. Okay. That way, and then this way. Okay, I've got the cadmium yellow light again and the burnt umber. I want to mix up the dead stick colour for those bushes. And just kind of here and there, I want to put this dead sticky colour. And when we highlight it, this just gives it that sense of realism within your greens. They don't just look like what do you call it, the cartoony look. Mainly on the underside, all that top's going to be, if anything, highlighted, so I'm concentrating on the underside, just here and there. Now I've said it before and I'll say it again, I'm glad you asked me that question. You look at the side of the road when you're driving along, all the shrubs and trees, squint your eyes, they're green, light, medium tone greens, but you have a look carefully, you'll see this dead brown stick colour within the greens. I'm just splicing some of this over the black near the footpath as well, or the road or whatever, just to break that up. Just something I've done some up along here. Just dead growth. Now I've given that a bit of a dry. Now I just highlight that subtly, and we got that colour that we used. So now we're going to use the cadmium yellow light, and we'll start highlighting some of that. Now let's just gingerly is the secret. That's the trick. I'm gonna try. How's that looking? Yep. I don't want them too stampy. I want them soft as buggery. Just highlighting there, coming down that ridge of trees there. How we going there? Yeah, so you could see the light hitting this. Now I'm going to bring this bit in front of that bit, but I don't want to bring that yellow all the way down there. I'm going to leave a gap, and then this will start again. And with a bit of luck, your eyes will be telling you that this is a lot closer and in front of that bit there. I'm going to have a look in my monitor. Yep, that's pushed it back. It's doing what I need to show you. That's all that matters. It's up to you to make this painting look your way, even more better, more detailed. I'm just showing you what you can do, and it's up to your talent to take it the rest of the way. I'll just do these little ones here so you get an idea. So I'm going to put one there so you can see how this detail makes up the actual shape of what you were painting. Up the top, very top, umbrella, shape it down, leave a gap and bring the next bunch forward. See? Now I want to bring this bit in front of there. So I'm going to come around and right on that hump. Now I'll call it the camel's hump right there. That's the hump. That's it. This group is a lot. It's pushing those ones back. That's what I wanted to do in this group of foliage here. And when I do the other bit, you will see just bits dribbling up there. Right at the top of that. That's it. I don't want to go into there, that spot there. See how it's created a back bit, the back bit, the bit at the back. You'll get used to knowing how to do that the more you look at stuff and the more you paint it. I have trouble remembering stuff because I'm filming and all that stuff, but I just want to highlight this a bit more bolder here, down that one's back. There we go. Now this colour here that we had, I'm just grabbing that on the end of my filbert brush, and if anything I'm putting a shadow to this side of all these shrubs here. So now that's a bit wet. I want it a bit drier than that. I'm just casting some shadow to that side of our shrubs there. And we can come back if we bugger it up and put the highlight back. Yeah, that's okay. And a bit over here. Now I want it to go up the hill a bit. Be creative with your shadows. Scratch him onto the grass. Get some lines casting out. I don't know where the sun, I thought the sun would have been up that way, but apparently it's not today. It's gone over that way. Big deal, eh? Put the kettle on and have yourself a cuppa. Be creative. Bit of shadow all up there. Some there. Some all in there. Shadows are casting. Just grabbing the highlight colour and sitting some of those shadows down so they don't look a bit weird. So here, boom, sit the shadow down. Where are we? Get this, boom. Sit the shadow down. Did that work? Yeah, that's working. This one was pretty well alright, but I'll put something there. This one here can come over a little bit more. And some of this can just dribble into those areas there. How did we go up here? Now I'll just autograph this and we'll whack a frame on it. Now check out the links in the description below. Share, like and subscribe. Become a member of my art group. That's where you can post all your paintings there. Message me on Facebook if you ever want to purchase one of my paintings. Or those blending brushes that I use and the putter on a brush. I want to thank all my patrons who support my content every month. People like you help my channel go. Right, let's whack a frame on it and see how that one looks. Yeah, that's not too shabby, eh? We've got a beautiful daytime cloudy sky and we just got a hilly mountain scene there in the countryside and some old limestone dirt tracks that just make up. You probably could have put some little buildings in here and some small roads up to there, but if I did that you're going to need more trees around them. You can do that, there's just so much more. You can add some little trees or even some lambs in there up in the distance. Alright, and just remember, you can do that. Alright, thank you for staying to the end. I hope you enjoyed that. I know I had fun painting that. It turned out not too bad either, did it, eh? We succeeded. If you like what I'm doing, tell your friends, but if you don't like what I'm doing, you tell everybody, all right? Goodbye, good luck, and good on you.